One of the most important parts of the body is one of the most neglected and abused is the skin. We don't stop to consider the thin sheath of tissue that contains all of our body parts and spongy fluid. The crust is like a tortilla that keeps our enchiladas from getting wet all over. Skin is part of the integumentary system, which also includes hair, nails, feathers, hooves, etc. It protects us from viruses and microscopic invaders while giving us a beautiful view of the world around us. But a few are so amazing that they are considered superpower. Number 5. Crocodilians. Crocodilians are an extreme, disagreeable bundle. Also, they have the protective layer and weapons to back up their awful state of mind. Their skin is incredible for its durability and is as yet sought after today for boots and apparel. It is additionally startlingly delicate. Other than having perhaps one of the hardest concealed on Earth, individuals from the crocodile family have a battery of sensors not at all like some other animals. For starters, their face is more delicate to strain and vibration than human fingertips. Being one of the most intense feelings of touch in the set of all animals is thought of. Not terrible for a reptile that seems to be a mean callus. Knocks around their jaw and down the sides of their bodies can detect the slightest waves in the water. That is the means by which they can speak harshly to prey in the water so precisely. They can in a real sense feel what's happening in the water around them. They likewise have a great number of sensors in their mouths and around their teeth. A croc mother can delicately tear open the egg of one of her bring forth infants and afterward convey him into the water, all with her touchy mouth. So all that is really astonishing and stuff, yet that is not the end of it. Crocodiles likewise have compound receptors in their skin. Researchers suspect they utilize this to assist them with tracking down prey or reasonable territories. Number 4. Sperm whale. The sperm whale, the biggest of the toothed whales, has a particular and surprising shape. Its head is immense, making up 1/4 to 33% of the creature's all-out length. This extent is a lot higher for guys than females. The nose is dulled and squarish. It might extend up to 1.5 m past the tip of the lower jaw. The lower jaw is exceptionally restricted and frail and excessively little. On the rear of the creature is a reasonable protuberance, however no balance. It is situated around 66% of the way back from the tip of the nose, and behind this are a few more modest protuberances or knuckles. The dorsal protuberance and knuckles are obviously seen when a sperm whale curves to start a jump. The skin might seem crumpled, particularly from behind the head. The flippers are short, however the tail is enormous and profoundly scored. The sperm whale's skin ultimately depends on 35 centimeters thick. This is the thickest skin of any creature. The general shade of sperm whales can be dull brown, dim or dark. The stomach and front of the head might be light dim. The blowhole is situated at the front of the head on the left. Size, calves at birth. For long grown-ups, sperm whale guys develop a lot bigger than females. The lengths accomplished by sperm whales are supposed to be 18 to 20 m for guys and 12 to 13 m for females. Guys might weigh from 45 to 70 tons, while females gauge as much as 20 tons. Number 3. Octopus. Cuttlefish, octopus, cuttlefish, and their relatives have many amazing adaptations, but none is as cool or amazing as their skin. And we're not just talking about color here, we're also talking about texture and patterns. They practically vanish into the background. And scientists have no idea how they do it. Especially given that they are colorblind. Cephalopods can most likely see with their skin. Opsin is a protein found in the eyes of all living things that is used for photoreception. Opsin allows us to see everything from cows to fruit flies to jellyfish to humans. Cuttlefish, like humans, have opsin in their eyes as well as their skin. The fact that these creatures have light-sensing cells all over their bodies may explain how well they match their environment. They can easily match patterns and colors if they can see everything around them. Number 2. Giraffes. Giraffes have several adaptations for dealing with heat. Giraffes, like camels, do not sweat or pant. They can do it, but they don't want to. As a result, they will raise their body temperature by 3 to 10 degrees. They never have to sweat because they stay a few degrees above the surrounding temperature. Even with this flexibility, they must be able to shed heat in some way, or they will cook in the sun. That's why they have blemishes. Sure, they serve as camouflage, but researchers have discovered that giraffe spots also serve as thermal windows. A large blood vessel surrounds each patch, and beneath it is a sophisticated network of smaller ones. A giraffe can send warm blood to these dark spots, which conduct heat better. The excess heat can then be worked out of their systems by orienting themselves into a breeze or away from the hottest part of the sun. Furthermore, the long, narrow neck provides the animal with more surface area relative to its mass. That means it has more skin than a similar-sized animal. They can pump a lot of blood to their skin. And they have a lot of skin. Giraffes can survive in arid environments thanks to this heat exchange system. Number 1. Green sea slugs. The green sea slug drifts around the shallow shores of the Americas, looking like a soggy leaf. This aquatic escargot, a cousin of the common snail, only eats algae. The green sea slug can then get all of its energy from the sun, just like a plant. It is one of the few animals on the planet that can photosynthesize. It accomplishes this by stealing the algae's tools, the green photosynthetic organelles known as chloroplasts, and storing them in its skin cells. It steals from algae in order to become solar-powered. That's pretty amazing, but the chlorophyll in these structures will eventually deplete. Fortunately, the green sea slug can simply multiply. It ought to be impossible. Scientists aren't sure how it happened, but the green sea slug has managed to incorporate enough of the algae's DNA into itself to produce chlorophyll. Once the slug has enough chloroplasts to hold its chlorophyll, it can survive solely on sunlight. After that, it doesn't eat or produce any waste.